Alright, y'all, I've been promising a while now that I would do a review and a demo on the Cat 306 here. I've had this machine since October, November last year, and I think I got around 120 or 130 hours on it. I haven't really used it. Well, I mean, I've used it quite a bit on different jobs, but it's not really a whole lot of hours. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the demo first, and then I'll do a walk around and review of it. I'm going to pick up this log. This log pretty much maxes the machine out, so I'll show you what it can do with this log. I'll measure the log, and this is a hardwood. Hasn't been cut just too long, so she's still pretty wet, still pretty green. And then I'll grab one of those smaller pines and just kind of do a little demo of it. Of course, we have Beth here today with her presence. We'll see if she'll give it a thumbs up or not. And then I got another bucket. I'll demo the quick coupler on it. But this is a 2021 Cat 306. No counterweight. I thought I had a counterweight. Anyway, so yeah, let me throw this log around for a minute, and then I'll do the review and the specs on it. Like I said, this is a hardwood red oak. Let's see what the big end is. The big end is 2 foot 5 inches, 29 inches, almost 2.5 feet. Oh yeah, it is 2.5 feet at the big end. The small end is 2 foot 1 inch, so 25 inches, and it is she is 14 foot 10 inches, so almost 15 foot long. And let me set y'all up out here, and then I will pick the log up and move around a little bit. you can see, that little machine can throw around some weight. I'm gonna do the rough calculations on this log and see what it weighs real quick. Okay, so the calculator I just used says it's roughly just a little over 3,000 pounds. I kind of split the difference on the big end and the small end, and so it's 3,000 pound log, and it can handle it pretty good, especially front to back of the machine. And you've seen how far it come out with it to the side there, so I think that's pretty impressive for a 306. So alright, now I'm going to do the demo of changing out the buckets real quick, and then I'll do the review and the specs on it. Okay, so that's basically just a short demo. Like I said, this machine, I have a quick coupler on it, 36-inch bucket, a 24-inch bucket, a fixed blade, which meaning it doesn't angle or tilt or nothing like that. And I do have the steel tracks with the rubber pads. Of course, enclosed cab. I'm trying to think if there's anything. It's nothing extra. So I'm gonna go through the specs on it. I'm gonna read straight off the CAT website. So it's got a 55.9 horsepower engine. So basically 56 horse engine. It is a CAT engine. It's probably made by Doosan or Isuzu or it's CAT C2.4 turbo. I didn't know this one had a turbo on it. Yeah, it does have a turbo. Huh. I guess that's why it's so stout. Operating weight, this machine, this specific machine, is around 15,766 pounds. Well, it's actually around 15.2, because that's with the counterweight. The counterweight, you can get a counterweight for it, and it's 551 pounds. I have everything else that it's showing here. That's the cab machine. Ground pressure with these tracks is 5.1 psi. I don't care about none of that other stuff. Hydraulic system, it's got 27.5 gallon. The hydraulic tank is a 14-gallon tank. The fuel tank, it's got a 34.3 gallon fuel tank on it. I knew it had a pretty big fuel tank because it takes a lot to fill it up, but it also lasts a good while. So the digging force, or the auxiliary circuit, the primary flow, so it's a 24 gallon a minute flow on it. That's pretty good for a little excavator. The digging force is 11,578 pounds. I'm not going to go through all of this. Well, no, this says the auxiliary secondary flow. I guess that's the, hold on a minute. No. So like the thumb, that's the auxiliary circuit. That is a 24 gallons a minute. So whatever attachments you would want to run, you could run it at 24 gallons. The pump flow wide open is 40 gallons a minute. The standard stick, which should be what I have, the dig depth is 146 inches. Y'all have to do the math on that, see how many feet that is. So anyway, that's about all the ground clearance. You got about 12 inches under there ground clearance. That's with the blade raised up. So, all right, I think that's enough of that. So my personal review, and like I said, I've got 123 hours on the machine, I believe. Get it crunk up here. Got the key turned on anyway. So I got 123.5 hours. My personal opinion is I would give it, as far as a small excavator, I would give it an 8 out of 10. And here's why. It doesn't have DEF. Of course, the engine isn't big enough, but it does have the regen. It's got a DPF filter on it. So it does regen. Oh, that door's locked. It's nothing different about it from the other excavators, but I have installed a case drain on this machine. I got a video on it. Y'all can go back and check it out. As far as working on it, I can tell that they made it to where you can work on it. So I like that about the machine. If you had to replace a hose or any of those up down through there, they wouldn't be a problem, because that's where I ran the case drain. And all of that is really simple to get to. They made the covers where you can take them off fairly easy. This machine's really easy to grease. It's really easy to put fuel in it. These next gens, it seems like they've made them a little bit easier to get to stuff. This one I do have a thumb on it. And like I said, I do have the hydraulic quick coupler. I will never own another excavator without a hydraulic quick coupler. The 313 has it on it, and y'all seen how fast it was for me to swap out between these two buckets. You seen what it did with that 3,000 pound log there. I am very impressed with how stout this machine is for its size. But now, well, I'll talk about the good things, and then I'll go to what I kind of don't like, or what I would do different if I was to get another one. Machine is very stout. The machine is very stable. I do love these steel tracks with the rubber pads. That just seems to it just seems to make you more stable as far as side to side. When I had the 305, That machine, it seems like it could pick up way more than what it can handle side to side, and this machine seems very well balanced of what it can pick up versus your tipping point on the side. And I think those tracks have a lot to do with that, because you've got that much more stability versus the rubber track just kind of folding and bending than you do with those that give you that much more ground pressure, if that makes sense. Or not much ground pressure, but you know what I'm saying. Some other things I like about it. It does have a backup camera. I do like that. This machine, the visibility on this machine is very good. I don't see a need for a camera on the side like the bigger ones have. I think it gets very good on the fuel consumption. It seems to do very well on fuel as far as the workload you can get done with it. Now I do have, if y'all remember the Driveway from Hell videos, this machine, that's really the only job that I did as far as pushing down bigger trees. I took down some pretty decent sized white oaks on that job, and I was very impressed, especially with the conditions I was working in. If y'all haven't seen those, go back and look at the Driveway from Hell videos. This machine did the whole job pretty much. It was a mess, but that's where I fell in love with this machine, is having to work in just garbage, but still having enough machine and still being able to work in tight spaces. You know, that's why I think this machine is, I guess, more useful, more what am I trying to say here? If I could only pick one machine, I would go with this size machine, because you can still do a lot of your heavy lifting, your heavy lifting, heavy work, but still be in tight areas that that otherwise you wouldn't be able to do with a bigger machine, of course. The blade on it, it's got a very stout blade. I use it a lot. Of course, I'll get to what I would have done different in a minute. I do wish that they would put more lights on these machines. Of course, your front visibility, these are not LEDs, these are just regular halogen. I need to put some LEDs on it, but they only got that one, this light, and the other one on the other side. That's all the lights they have on it. But anyway, that's getting into stuff I don't like. So the thumb on it, I do like the thumb. I think it's, well, I like some of the thumb. I think it's very well built, the way they did the pin here. The thumb can't spring off the pin like it did on the 309. They gave me plenty of meat here, so it would take a lot to tweak this thumb. If y'all remember, y'all know how I am about my thumbs with the 309. It was just garbage, but on this machine it seems to be a little bit better design, and I used the crap out of my thumb, so this thumb has been put through the test. You've seen the strength it had picking up this log here. So that's what I like about the thumb. Now, I guess I'll start right there on the things I don't like about this machine, or the things I wish I would have done different had I known better. So let's start with the thumb. The only thing that I don't like about it is it doesn't extend far enough. It doesn't go enough travel with the bucket. They've got to change that. Even if it's a standard feature, let's say if this is a standard thumb, it's not, it almost ruins the machine just about it. Like if it was any worse, I would have to do something different, but I make it work. I've learned to use it the way it is, but sometimes it just really pisses me off when I'm trying to pick up stuff or stay in a tight area and I have to reposition the machine just because of the thumb. It will not close enough. But had I known the thumb was going to have as little travel as it does, I would have went a different route. But judging by the 305 I had, it wasn't that bad. It's like they just went backwards with this machine. I don't know why, but if this machine had another 2 or 3 inches of travel, it would be great. I probably wouldn't never say nothing about it. But so if anybody's out there looking to get a 306 or has one on order or whatever, if you do kind of what I do and you rely on that thumb pretty heavily, see if they have a different option that you can get. See if they have a one that's more of a Pro Link style or something, because this thumb right here, it don't have enough travel. Some other things I wish I'd have done different. I wish I'd have got an angle blade. I'm pretty sure I told Bubba that I wanted an angle blade. This is what I got. I still give him hell about it every time I talk to him about this machine, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was just miscommunication or what, but I wish this blade did angle. But now, you know, I still like the blade on it. I still use it. It's still functional. No big deal. I'll learn to work around it. So let's step up in the cab. Of course, it's a little dirty in here. The cab, I like the cab. I mean, it's just like the 309 was. It seems to be just as big. The screen, it's a little bit outdated, I would say. They could have put these, it could have been more digital, and I wish it was, because what this machine lacks, because I haven't been able to find it, is it doesn't tell me where the machine is sitting. It doesn't tell the angle the machine is sitting at. So that helps a lot whenever you're finished grading or trying to get a building on grade or pad on grade. I wish this machine would have had that, but I went through all the settings and whatnot and I can't find it. But anyway, it's just like any other new machine out there now. But here's my this is my quick coupler. Of course, all these buttons are customizable. You can put whatever you want down here. My quick coupler's right there. I unlock it, like the front part, and then so forth, whatnot. It's got the auto. It's got a smart idle, which I like that, or a smart. It's not an idle, but it makes it to where if the machine doesn't need all of its power, it doesn't run it wide open. If you have it set to wide open, it only uses what it needs. I can go to the camera. I can run it all the time if I wanted to. It's got continuous flow here. Set your cruise. But anyway, the only thing, it does have a job clock somewhere. You can go to your, keep up with the hours on it. Clear that out. So anyway, it's got Bluetooth. Connect my phone to it. Of course, it's got your USB over here. All your controls. You know, high speed, low speed. Oh, I do love the cab. Very comfortable. I can sit in this machine all day. Now, what you got to be careful of in these machines with the blades on them, some of y'all's probably done seen it and you're about to give me hell about it, but when you're pushing stuff up, and things roll over your blade here, stumps and everything else wants to sit right here in big clumps of dirt, and they want to sit right there, and then when you raise the blade up and you swing around, you don't realize they're sitting there, and then they scratch your counterweight. I rolled a stump up there the other day, and I didn't realize it got hung on there, and I was just sitting there spinning around, just having a good old time. And when I got done, I realized what I had done, and I threw up a little bit. I was really mad. I blamed it on my brother-in-law, so I'm just gonna say that he did it. And you'll scratch your counterweight. So when you're pushing stuff up and you're in mud a lot, don't let things just sit right there, because you'll scratch your counterweight whenever you spin around. So if anybody is looking at the 306 or considering a Mini X in this category, I would definitely recommend this, the 306. I don't know what the 305 weighs. I guess the downfall to this machine, another downfall to it, is its weight. Like I said, it's pushing 16,000 pounds. Well, I guess it would be a little over 16,000 with that thumb and a bucket on it. So just say 16,000 pounds. You know, you gotta have a truck and a trailer for that much weight. And you know it's back there. I guess that's the only downfall to this category of a machine, is its weight. But now that's also a good thing. It's like picking up that log. It's got enough hydraulics to pick that log up, but it also has enough meat on its bones to stay on the ground too. So it's kind of a trade-off. Do you want a lighter machine, you lose your payload, or you want a heavier machine, you know, that makes up that difference? But you just gotta make sure you got a trailer that can handle it. Like I said, I'll give this machine an 8 out of 10. All in all, I love this machine, and I believe whenever I bought it back last, well, I put my name down for it last April or May. I think it was April, and I got it in October or November of last year, and I believe it was 92 or 94,000. Now I'm sure they're well over 100. I don't know, but that's what I gave for this machine, so I guess that's kind of what to expect. But there it is, the Cat 306 next gen. I'm trying to think of something else I might have left out. I know it's been a lot of me talking, but I guess that's what you get for the review, or personal review. Said I did put a K-strain on it. They tapped it to add extra K-strains or add extra stuff like that, so I'm sure all you would have to do is say, hey, I want a K-strain on mine, and they would put one on it from factory. But it was very simple to do. Like I said, I have a video. In this K-strain, I put it on there for the grapple saw, and I'm probably going to work on that today, so that may be coming up pretty soon. I've got to get it on here. I haven't needed it. It's the only reason why I thought I was going to really need it, but I haven't. So anyway, all right, if I missed out anything, or y'all want to know something extra, please just leave a comment. I answer all the comments, and to the ones that do always comment, you know, I appreciate y'all my boys. That really helps out the channel, and I need about a little over 400 more subscribers before I reach that 1,000 mark. After you get to the 1,000 mark, you know, you can become monetized. So if y'all haven't subscribed, please just subscribe. It don't cost anything. Just like the video. That's all you got to do. Just hit the thumbs up. Rippy, tell them. What you got on your head? Come here. Come here. What you got on you? Grease? Tell them. Say y'all subscribe to the channel. Alright, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.